What is my hair? Actually, what is my hair? Hey guys, it's Lyric. Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to let Instagram choose what I read for a week. Might be a little longer than a week, might be a little shorter. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna basically choose 2 books and then post them on my Instagram story and make it a poll, and then you guys will choose whichever one and then I will read that one. This is gonna be a spoiler-free reading vlog. I'll be sharing my thoughts and reactions and stuff on all the books, but it will be spoiler-free. Not gonna be spoiling anything major. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you definitely should, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. And I also post a lot of book content on Instagram and TikTok. All of my socials and everything are linked down below, or it's probably somewhere on the screen somewhere. So yeah, let's get into it. The first 2 options I have are Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross and Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This one is the second book in the Divine Rivals duology. Is it duology or duology? Absolutely love Divine Rivals. I've heard that a lot of people didn't like this one as much, but I still really want to read it because the writing in Divine Rivals was so beautiful. So this is option number 1, and then option number 2 is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I have only read Better Than the Movies by her, and I absolutely loved that book so much. I'm really excited to possibly read another book written by Lynn Painter because I hear so many great things about her writing and her books. It's time to take a picture of these and ask you guys on my Instagram which one I should do. Oh, that's the wrong Instagram account. Okay, I just made the little story. This is what it looks like. And posting it on my story now. Now the ball is in your court. Okay, it is now time to check the results. I checked them earlier this morning and also last night before I went to bed. It had been perfectly 50-50, and then it started easing towards one specific book, which is the one that I brought with me. So let's see if that is still the case. Hopefully it is, because I didn't bring the other one. Okay, perfect. Betting on You is at 56% and Ruthless Vows is at 44%. So Betting on You is the winner, and that is the first book we'll be reading in this video, which is perfect because that is the only one I brought with me, and I'm about to be out doing stuff all day. And if I brought the wrong one, I would just have nothing to read. Yeah, Betting on You is about Bailey and Charlie. I believe after Bailey's parents have a sudden divorce, they move to Omaha. That's when she meets Charlie, and they just like are bickering, or they don't have a good experience or something, and they just hate each other. Down the road in the future, they both end up being co-workers, except this time they're really vibing, and they end up making this bet between each other about their other 2 co-workers, between if a guy and a girl can be friends platonically, and Charlie insists that members of the opposite sex can't be just friends, and Bailey is determined to prove him wrong. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. I loved Better Than the Movies, and I'm excited to read another Lynn Painter book and hopefully be amazed by another one of her stories. Okay, let's read. That I look rough. I was outside kind of like tanning and reading, and I had makeup on and I was sweating, so my makeup like melted off, but it was still on my face and now it's dry. But if I just stay right here and you guys stay over there, we're fine. I'm about 36% of the way through Betting on You, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like I've mentioned, I really like Lynn Painter's banter, the way she does banter between young adults or like people that are in high school, around that age. It's so entertaining and it's so like accurate to how I would expect a romance at this age to be. And another thing I like is that it's not unrealistic, because you know sometimes in romances where it's like, oh, this is a fun read, but like, come on, this wouldn't actually happen. What they have going on, especially the way they met, is very realistic. Like I could see this happening to someone in real life. But yeah, that's my update so far. It is dual POV, which I always love in a book, and I really like Charlie. He's just such such a fun character, and he has that perfect balance between making fun of Bailey, but at the same time it's not bringing her down. So he makes fun of her, but it's the perfect mix of, I'm making fun of you, but you know I'm not being serious, and I'm not gonna take it too far, and I really like that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far, and there have been a few Taylor Swift references, which I do remember there were some of those in Better Than the Movies, and I love those. Anytime a Taylor Swift reference comes up in a book, my pen comes out and I underline it for literally no reason, because I'm not gonna go back in my books and be like, oh, that's where Taylor Swift was mentioned. But anytime she's mentioned in a book, I underline it. I'm like, so important. Gotta remember that. That's my current update. I'm gonna keep reading and keep you guys updated. Sorry if you can hear the air in the car. I'm not gonna turn it off because I don't feel like sweating my everything out of my body right now. But yesterday I finished Betting on You, and I really enjoyed this book. I had multiple moments throughout it where I was really giggling and really cheesing, and it was mostly because of Charlie. I really liked him. I feel like there were multiple moments where I felt like I was Bailey and Charlie was talking to me, and I was like, oh my goodness, stop. He just had a really fun vibe. If I had the capacity to write a high school romance, I would want the MMC to be very similar to Charlie. I just really liked him. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I listened to the audiobook along with reading it a little bit, and I liked the audiobook as well. One thing at the end, kind of like the third act breakup thing, I have mixed feelings about it because obviously I really just don't prefer third act breakups. It happens all the time. It's not my favorite thing ever, but it's like I know it's gonna happen most of the time. This one specifically, I felt like it was immature the way it took place, but when you take a step back and you remember that these kids are in high school, it kind of makes sense. You kind of gotta let it go. But I was just personally, I don't know if it was just the mood I was in, I was so annoyed. I was like, okay guys, grow up. But they're literally high schoolers. But besides that, would highly recommend. Lynn Painter's writing is so easy to read. It just flows really smoothly. It's not complicated or anything. I really enjoyed this book. So yeah, I ended up giving Betting on You 4 stars. Would highly recommend. And Lynn Painter, love ya. Okay, now I'm gonna transfer you to the past so we can choose the next 2 books that you guys are gonna pick between on my Instagram. So as you just saw, the 2 books you guys got to choose between are Butcher and Blackbird and This Summer Will Be Different. These are both 2 romance books, but they're so opposite. Like the vibes of the books are definitely, you can tell. You just take a look at it and you can see the difference. But here are the results. Butcher and Blackbird got 61% of the votes, and This Summer Will Be Different was at 39. So Butcher and Blackbird is the next book we are reading in this video. I believe it's Larry's Reads, or is it Heather McLary? One of them are obsessed with this book. They really like it, and so this is one of those ones I've kind of not wanted to read because I think I'm really gonna like it, and that's my toxic trait. If I think I'm gonna love a book, I'm like, can't read it yet. It's just like the idea of knowing there's something exciting to read is thrilling. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure the second book, this is gonna be a trilogy, the second book will come out in about a week or less than a week, so I low-key wanted this one to win, and so I was really excited when you guys said this book. This is about two serial killers, Sloane and Rowan, and what they both do is kill serial killers. So it's serial killers killing serial killers. Either way, they come together and they decide to kind of make a game out of it, and so they both end up going for the same serial killer and trying to beat the other to them and kill them first. As their friendship develops into something more, the restless ghosts left in their wake are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than just their newfound love. So obviously the two serial killers end up having this tension thing going on and stuff like that, but that's really all we know going into it. It's a dark rom-com, and definitely read the trigger warnings because it's very graphic when it's describing the kills and how these people are being killed and stuff, so definitely check out the trigger warnings at the beginning. But yeah, that is the next read in this video. I'm really excited, and let's get into it. Pages into Butcher and Blackbird, and I have an update. First off, I'm loving it. Second, it is a little bit different than I thought it was going to be, because at the beginning of this book, I thought Sloane and Rowan, like, they are serial killers, but I thought that was like their job. That's what they do. Maybe they worked undercover for some organization and they got paid to do this, but that's not the case. This serial killing business is more of a hobby for the both of them. It's like a little side gig thing. Rowan is a chef. That's like what his actual job is, and I have no idea what Sloane does. I think they mention it once, but I'm so like, I have no idea what she actually does. The serial killing thing is kind of like a bonding thing they have between each other because it's a hobby for both of them. It's not their actual jobs, but I'm really liking this. I've never read anything like this dynamic before. It's definitely different. This book is so funny because of the way my emotions switch so quickly with the flip of a page. Like, on one page I am reading it disgusted because they're going into detail about how they killed these victims, something gaudy like that. So I'm literally reading it and I'm like, oh wow. I flipped the page and I'm laughing because of Rowan, or because of something Rowan has said to Sloane, and then I'm like giggling and I'm like, wait, why is that hot? So yeah, my emotions are switching so quickly, but I am loving it so much. There's a part in this book where Rowan did something so sweet and cute. I have to tell you guys. As you know, Rowan is a chef, and Sloane is known to just kind of up and leave. She's very flighty. It's hard for her to just stay with people in her life, and Rowan knows that. He knows she's prone to leave after they've hung out together. He doesn't want to scare her off, but he wants to show how much he likes her, so he orders food ingredients to be delivered to her house. He doesn't deliver them. He gets them delivered to her house, and then as he's at her house, but he's hiding, so she doesn't know he's there because he doesn't want to scare her off by being overly present. So he hides, and then she calls him because she knows that the delivery was from him, and then he walks her through as she makes dinner with the ingredients that he had delivered to her. So he helps her make dinner as he's hidden out of sight over the phone, all because he wants to spend time with her, but he doesn't want to scare her away. If he wanted to, he would. Is that not the cutest thing ever? But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's definitely different, but I don't really have any complaints. And I kind of am like picking up who the next people in the next book are gonna be. And I think Sloane's best friend Lark is gonna be in the second book. I'm loving it. Gonna keep reading and updating you guys. Yesterday, I finished reading Butcher and Blackbird. Going into this book, I had a feeling I was gonna like it just based off of the specific people I had heard talk highly about it and me knowing their book tastes and how their book taste compares to mine. I thought I would enjoy this, but I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I really loved the ending. I cannot think of a moment throughout this book where I felt like it was stagnant. I really was entertained throughout the whole thing. Also, compared to how I thought this book was going to be going into it, it is so different than what I was expecting, but in a good way. I loved what Sloane and Rowan had going on. I personally enjoyed the spice. It might be too much for people. If you don't prefer a lot of spice or a little bit different spice, I guess you could say, maybe this book isn't for you. I personally really liked it, and I'm so excited for the second one. I think it's coming out in about a week from when I'm currently filming this clip, so I'm really excited for it. If there was a subsection right before dark romance, I feel like that's exactly where this book would be. It's definitely not dark compared to like A Haunting Adeline and those type of books, but it's not a fluffy romance, as you can tell by the axe and the chainsaw on the front of the cover. Within a span of maybe about 2 pages, I had gone from wanting to gag, like, ugh, that's disgusting, to having tears in my eyes, to laughing, all in the span of 2 pages. I'm not even exaggerating, because I literally went back to calculate it. I was like, no, because I swear I was giggling a little bit ago, but why am I crying now? I guess you could say it's fast-paced. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's different from anything I've ever read. I don't know what I'm going to rate it yet. I'm definitely going to end up rating it above 4 stars. I don't know if I'm going to do 4.5 or 4.25, but it's going to be one of those. I really like this, and I'm so glad I read it in this video. Thank you guys for choosing it. So that is the end of this video where my Instagram fam chooses what I read. Thank you guys so much. You guys did a really good job. You chose some good books. I had a really fun time filming this video. If you want to be included in more videos where I include you guys, make sure to follow my socials. They're all in the description. I post book content all over the internet on all of my platforms. If you want more of my opinions on books, go follow those. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love y'all so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!